Hello friends, how are you doing today? I hope everyone is healthy in this difficult situation in the world. Okay. Okay. So let's start. Okay, so let me summarize what we have done the last stream. I was about to stream yesterday too, but I didn't feel too well yesterday, so I decided not to, rather, and have a break. And yeah, so but let's see what we actually finished on Tuesday, and what's ahead of us in for today. Oh yeah, so that's some teaser actually. I was already playing with some issue we had on a Friday, but then we need to finish it. But to tell you what the problem is, yeah, so on Friday we were dealing with the issue that on Tuesday we were dealing with the issue of reparenting the card or the node from our card deck and to the player. I'm sorry, my throat is a little bit sick. Yeah, so as I was saying, maybe I'm not gonna talk too much today. I'm sorry for that in advance, but yeah. So basically, the problem was that when we had it like this on the Friday, not even like this. We only had this part of the code. So we were adding the child to the card container. I'm sorry, and we were relayouting it. And the problem with that is actually that the problem begins basically in card deck or card manager. And here we had also get card, and we had something like that: card deck, remove child, and we removed the child from the card deck. The problem is that in a Godot, when you remove the child from the card deck, it doesn't actually stays at the position because it basically doesn't have any parent anymore. So it's basically reset to its local position. It becomes its global position, so that's 0, 0, 0. and to overcome this issue, I had to do two things. First of all, remove this line from here, because what we want to have is to store the global transformer of the card, and then when we actually added it to, we remove it from the parent, so that's the card deck in this case. And after we added it to this card container, we set it global transform as it was previously on the card deck, so it stayed on the position where it was before. Yeah, so let me do just one more thing here. I will actually extract this part of the code to a separate method so we can use it from utility. So we will call it something like reparent node child node new parent. It needs to be spatial. because we are using this position. It should be okay. Yeah, something like this. So in case it doesn't have a parent, we don't have to do anything here, and we just add the child to a new parent. And we call it from here. Utils reparent cart and this. That's it. And so we can play it again to see the effect. I added a slow animation so we can see that they are coming from the card deck to player's hand. But there is another issue here, which you might notice if you remember how the cards were on a Tuesday. And that's basically the, first of all, the orientation of the cards, and second of all, the size of the cards, which we are going to fix today. But let me just adjust this value to 0.2 for this quicker animation. Let's see how it looks like. Yep, something like that. Okay. The problem with scaling is that we basically use different scaling for card deck, different scaling for one player, second player, and third player, and we need to basically adjust a scene, adjust our table and the camera to fit the size of the cards. I'm really sorry about it. So let me reset everything to 1. Same for local player, same for card deck, and let's see. Okay, so that's obviously too big. First of all, we need to adjust the table size to fit the cards. So let's go to the environment table, and here we have scaling. So I think this, if I do this, it's not like too much, is it? We of course need to move the card containers or our players to the correct position, and also our camera. That's front one. Somewhere here. The right one somewhere here. Our camera needs to go to back. And probably also up. Yeah, so that's actually too big. Okay, let's adjust the camera first. Actually not, we have to adjust it, wait, we have to adjust the camera just a little bit, so we see the table and the cards, so we can adjust the table size to the card size. Okay, so table 5. Okay, so we are looking at this player here. If the card size fits to the table at the end of the table, and this player here will have, well, if we just lower the size of the table, This seems actually okay. 0.2. Okay. I think it should be a little bit smaller. I think it's okay. So basically, if we just adjust the camera, Oop. How do I move you? Oh, there's one. Okay. Okay, maybe like this one. Even a bit closer, maybe. I think it's still too far. Like we can. Okay, we can actually adjust the camera later when we have other stuff on the table, so we can see how it looks like. But that for now it's okay. And and our players, right? So the left player. Now it's a little bit tricky because we don't see proper rotation here. Actually, we can set the rotation so we can see it a little better. So let's go back to here and re-layout, reparent. Let's do it here. Rotation is gonna be 0, set to 0. Okay, perfect. Yeah, and now it looks like it should be a little bit closer. Maybe not. Maybe it's okay. I mean the camera. But I probably moved it, rotated it a little bit, didn't I? Oh no, I didn't. Table is rotated. It seemed a bit off. This with this. Or am I just tripping? Maybe I'm just imagining stuff. Okay, so okay, so we'll go back to here. Let me move the front player a little bit closer to the table, a little bit further, a little bit closer. Yeah, perfect. And the right player, we will basically mirror the location from here. Minus 6.5. Minus 6.3. This should be the same, but it's not. Is it because the 0.2, that's the same. X is same. Well, never mind. 6.9. Okay, and the right one should be 6.3. We don't see it because this is a card deck. Yeah, and the card deck should be moved to the back. Z -10. Wait, where did you go? Oh, it's yeah, it's it's aligned to the camera. This song is quite good. What's that? I wonder why they are like moved to the left. Am I moving them to the left, or is it just the view? Let me check the layouting here. Hey, Benz Emerick. Benz Emerick, sorry. How are you doing? Thanks for the follow. Doesn't seem so. I'm moving this font, so maybe a little bit smaller. Oh yeah, we still need to move the local player here. Local player should be a little bit to the front. Yep, and it should actually be bigger, so it's closer to the camera. Too much? No? Too much. Okay, that looks good. Okay, so basically, I'm still like not okay with the view of this deck card deck. Okay, let me. Yeah, so I'm saying that the view of this card deck is not doesn't seem right to me. I'm sure it's caused by the camera look, but yeah, oh yeah, actually yes, it's okay because you're basically looking at it from the center of the camera is here. Then you're looking this way, and you should see the sides of the cards. -180. Okay, let me just keep it for like that for now. No, it doesn't look good. Ah, never mind. Well, we could still like not have any offset there, and it will be on the same spot. Okay, but for now it's okay. Okay, so we can move on actually with that. And actually one more thing, let's move it a little bit to the right as well. So it's not in view, it's just information on the site. Okie dokie. Perfect. Perfect. And now we are going to move to the next action. I will just change this left player positioning, or not positioning, the layout to centered. You can save it. Let's just test it for the last time and we can move on. Perfect. Okay, so we have our card dealt. So let's go to Network Manager and let's see what the next action is. Place round card. So the round card is basically the main card which is in the middle of the table. So when the cards are oh, yep. Sorry, let me just run it real quick so I can show you. So when the cards are dealt, there is one card placed in the middle and you are trying to win this card, so you can move it to your cards on the table and then you can combine it to make some points and score. And I'm still not okay with this position, so I will just move it a little bit. Oop. I didn't see the bottom of it, so a little bit down. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. Yep, okay. Let's save it. Let's double check it's okay. So we need to place the card in the middle, and we will basically create a new container there. So let's do it in the environment, I guess. We have a table. We might bound it to table, so when we move the table, it's moved with it as well. So we will create another node, and it's going to be spatial, just a simple one. We don't need anything special. And the spatial one will be in the middle and a little bit up on the table. And this will actually be the round card, called round card. And we will assign the card container to it, so we can put cards there. Well, it's gonna be only a single one, and we can set it to stack anyway. And that's it actually. Place round cards. Okay, so round manager. Let's get rid of this. Create a method. Cool. And okay, so we will need reference to our round card container. Not game environment. And we basically just put the round count. Yep, we need to get it from card manager. Get card. Okay, so let's see. That should be actually it. And it's object reference not set. Round manager base not card. Okay, so there is some issue with my round card container. Maybe I didn't send the path correctly, did I? Do I have an M here? I actually do. Yeah, as I was saying the other day, that this is the... Okay, great. So what we can see here is that our round card is not properly rotated as we want it to have. So we need to rotate it via x-axis, 90 degrees. What did I do? What? That's y-axis. Why is it stretching? Okay, so I'm confused a bit here. 90 degrees, so this should be... Okay, I'm not really sure what's going on here, why it's stretched. I'm genuinely confused here. X-axis is this one, right? Do we have table? Okay, I know why. Because of this scaling here. Okay. Okay. So what I actually want to do here is to create a child node, which will be a container for our table, because I wanted to group it to as a table. So when I move it, I can move it around. But I need to do it like have some parent group, and then have the model group of the table, and then the round card bound to the parent group. So let me create a spatial node here. This will be called table. Well, let me stop it because it's quite slow. Table to this one will be called actually the model. We will put it under this one, and we will add this round card under the table parent node, and this should be correct here. Scale is 1. Rotation is 90 degrees. Model is okay. It's got its own scaling, so when we run it now, it should be correctly placed. But it's not for some reason. Yeah, okay, I didn't save it actually. And I also need to... Oh, I didn't save it, I guess. Oh, I did save it when I played it. So this is not the issue? Scale, okay, yeah, it kept the scale from the table parent when I moved it. Now it will definitely be okay. Cool. Okay, so it's quite small, like... But if I'm going to like put cards here, the table can be a little bit smaller, but it's not like solving the issue that it's still very small. But I don't want to make it bigger, so we don't like have different scaling. But that's not an issue. It's just an overview of the playground, and basically when you are going to play your card, you will be able to zoom in and use your card you want to use. So if you want to play, you will click on this round card, and you will choose your card to play it with that, based on the player's card placed. Okay. Okay, let's move on then. Now we need another action to be implemented, and another action is start round. The start round action it's actually updating only the UI, and it's starting some timer. You have 60 seconds for your turn or anyone else's turn. So basically what it gives you the information about which player starts the round. So for now it's not very relevant for us. Start turn is the same one. Okay, start round is the starting the whole round, so we can clear the cards and stuff like that you want. I'm sorry. And turn, that's not and a play card will be actually method we are going to implement, because we can see some action here. So round manager, basically I can just copy this, remove this and leave this here. Play card. Okay, so the play card is actually if someone is putting his card to the center of the table to win, it's to try to win the card. So for that we will need to enhance or to actually add another node to our players, and that is going to be I'm thinking if this should be part of the player, because the same problem can appear here, that basically when you have, I already have a table here, like the cards on the table in front of the player. But the problem here is that if I decide to move the table, but I won't decide to move the table, right? I'm not going to like complicate it for no reason. So let's open the scene of the player and let's add another spatial node. This node will be called play card, and I actually wonder if we are able to set the position here, or we have to do it in a game anyway. A game scene. I think we need to do it here. So local player will not have its card played for now because we need to do some interaction there, but the left player can so let's see, round card 0.1. Let me just adjust the y axis of the round card, so it's just over the table, not floating or something like that. Zero 0.2. If I 0.2, it's just the place of its edge of the table or side of the table. So maybe 0.22, it's just over the table. Okay. So this y-axis will be the same for our play cards. Let's stop it so we can edit it better. Actually, we can do it. Oh, actually, it won't be a y-axis here because the local player is not. The y-axis is already a little bit more up. So yeah, we need to adjust that as well. 0.2. Well, if we just do 0.22 for a player, then we can have a play card at 0 position, and we will just adjust the X or Z position respectively to the players. So somewhere here. I wonder why this z-axis is quite different from the other z-axis. I mean not the z-axis, but if you have a look here, it's not quite different. It's almost the same. Okay, so let's try how it looks like now. I know I will need to rotate it as well. Did I move the whole front player? I actually did, man. I didn't want to do that. Did I move right player? Nah. Did I move left player? No, I didn't. But I wanted to move this play card only. So this here and this play card here. Approximately. We will adjust it. So let's see. Okay, so it's my turn now. I can see it from logs. I need to wait until my turn ends. Wait, actually they didn't. Did they play the card here? Oh, yeah, actually. I'm not placing it in the table. Okay, so let's stop it. So again, we need a player node for player, and oh my god, what's this? And player node get play card container. Yeah, I also need to set up the container to the card. Play card container. It's called play card. Yes, and we also need to set the script to this one. And the script will be the card container. We can set it to stack. Okay, it's here. And that's actually it, isn't it? No, it's not. Return. Okay. Card. That's it. That is going to be an issue here because it's not in the card manager. It's in the player's hand, isn't it? Player node get hand, and we need to find a card from the hand. So we will implement the get card from it to the container, and we will do it based on the card data. So we will iterate over the children. For each child in children, if child. So child will be actually the card node. Equals card ID. Return child. I'm going to just make sure card data. Card child as card. This shouldn't actually, it should never happen. But yeah, can deal with it later. Okay, so it's my turn, so I need to wait. Maybe I just need to restart, so we don't have to wait. Okay, so we need to move this, we need to rotate this. Play card, it's on the right. And now it's my turn, so it's waiting for my turn, 60 seconds. We need to rotate it around the... Wait, is it local transformation? Maybe it's around the... It should be around the x-axis. Yep. but minus 90. Actually, we will need to rotate it so it's visible to the player of the local player. So we also need to rotate it 90 degrees here. No, minus 90. Okay, and we can move it a little bit to the left as well. So minus 5. Minus 5.2. Minus 5.2, it's okay. Okay, so the same will be done for the left player. Minus 5.2, and this case will be different. Not just the y-axis. Okay, and the front player, we will need to adjust the rotation of x-axis to minus 90, and y-axis will be 180. Okay, and we need to move it up a little bit, so minus 5 point, it should be 5.2, no, 5.7. Okay. Okay, let's try it again and see everything in action. This player is skipping and it's waiting for our turn. Okay, cool. So we have this play card, and let's see if there is anything like simple to do. Place table card. Maybe we can do this place table card, so we will also see the table card in action. The bots can basically play against them to fight over the cards. Yeah, I'm just thinking meanwhile that maybe I can just call end turn for my player, so we don't have to wait and let the bots play the game. So okay, let's do it. So we can just let the bots play the game. So we will implement the start turn action, and in case of my local player, I don't have network manager here, but I hope it won't be an issue when I have like cyclic dependency here. We'll see. Because I'm using run manager in network manager, and I will be using network manager in round manager, so okay. So if player equals, we know it's 11 for now, we will do it later, network manager and turn. So we will just call this for now, and let's see if it even runs successfully. Yeah, I'm having some issue here. Okay, that's the problem. Can implement this. So again, player ID, card data. Okay. Okay. Looks it's working. Yeah, it's okay. It's working nicely. So we can move on to placing the table cards. And for the table card, actually, so that's another container that's placed on the table. And for this one, we will have a card container as well. And we will set it to spread, yeah. So we can see all the cards on the table. And once again, we need to adjust the position of this table container. So it should be somewhere here. What about rotation? Again, rotation needs to be minus 90. And y-axis should stay like this. Okay. Okay, same for front player. Move it somewhere here. Transform minus 90. And for the right player, a similar scenario. Minus 90. Okay, let's adjust it. Let's run and adjust. Yeah, we can adjust, but we need to actually implement it in a code, so it's moving the data, moving the cards. I'm thinking about like if I won't implement it into the card manager, because for now I will need to find the table card. I will need to find the card here, so I will have to iterate over the first player, second player, and third player, and to see all of the players and see if their play cards is the one from here. So what I'm thinking of doing is to, if I'm able to find all nodes, with some class like in the Unity. Okay, let me just Google it real quickly. So Godot find all nodes of type. Yeah, so there's only one way, and to iterate all the cards. Iterate all the nodes. There is no other way. Maybe I should just store them here and then like get them from card managers anyways. So sorry. Okay, let's do this. So we will create a list here of card nodes. Cards. Let's call it cards. Let's do a list here. I know it's going to be 64, but I'm not sure if that's so relevant here. Like, I don't have to do it. I don't have We don't need to solve this performance issue or anything like that. So card count, add card no, this is not initialized, but that's now okay. And when I first call it from here, I am initializing it. And maybe what's the better place to have it? I know that some cards will be destroyed, they will be gone completely. And some cards will be put back to the card deck, so I will need to have a method here for that as well. But probably I can just put it here and get the card. So this is the deck card, right? So it's from the deck. It's not initialized yet because we don't know what the cards in the deck are yet. Sorry. And this one will be like something like find card. It can be null. Well, it won't be null, but we can call it like that. And card data. Maybe the card ID is sufficient here, because we will only use this, and maybe sometimes we don't have the card ID, card data. And this will actually be from cards. So okay, and so we can also replace this one. No. Okay, we can test it on here if it's going to work properly. Find card ID. Right. Okay. Yep. And place double card. Okay. So let's test it if it's working properly with the play cards here. Okay, it does work properly. So now we only need to worry about the placement. So player node as well again. So this will be similar to this one, but we will not add it to the play card container, but the table. I can call it container actually. Table container, or maybe table. That's enough. Okay, create return table. And we need to initialize it. Okie dokie. Let's see. So card data. Okay, let's see the result. I'm not sure why he wants just one card here, to be honest. Something's not right here. Yeah, I know why. That's different method here, actually. This place table card is only in case when there is something like a tie between two players, and the player actually just wins his card back. So he's not losing it, but he wins it on the table. And that's another action we need to implement. So let's do this so we can see some action there. Yeah, so the action I'm looking for is combine cards, remove to deck, remove cards, show the round winner. Is it this one? Wait, let me check. So place round card, destroy, cancel, round winner, and targets cards. Okay, so yeah, this is the one. So it's because when we have a round winner, we would like to show it in some fancy way that these two cards were won by this by this player. So they are shown in the front of the screen, the two cards you won, and after that they are moved to the table. But we won't do this for now. We just want to place them on the table for now, and that we will just use the IL list card IDs, and again let's have a player note. So I will put a little to do here. So show winning cards, and after that put them on the table. So cards, for each card, and we put them in the table. So card ID, okay, let's see. Yeah, the other cards should be returned back to the deck or or destroyed. I need to check. Well, that's another action we want to implement. See, these two cards were won by this player, and the other card was like tied, so it's returned to the player's hand, player's table. He actually won the card. He can use it for combination, but that's another way how to make something even if you don't win the middle card. Okay, so let's implement the remaining action so we don't have any cards on the table. Return to hand. I'm just thinking about this one. What's this doing? Why is it placing to hand? I can't remember the use case for that, if when it should be placed back to hand. Winning card. Okay, that's one. Okay, I think we only need to implement these two. Remove card, which will basically remove the card from the game. It cannot be used anymore. That should be simple, right? Card data. So card manager. Get or find card. Card data ID and remove from parent. I wonder actually what will happen, because I'm not sure if it's going to be like removed from the scene, but it should be removed from the scene, right? Well, we want some fancy animation later to do something like the card is moved away. It's not like disappearing, but for now it's okay. We will handle animations in the later part. So animation, and okay, let me just do a check here. Find car, it's not 0, it's not null. Get parent, remove child, and fine. Just a card, not found card. Okay, and another one should be to remove to deck, so it's basically returned back to the deck. It's not disappearing. Card. And we will actually put it to card manager, add to deck. I'm just wondering if the add to deck will add it on the correct position. I mean on the bottom. It should go to the bottom, but it doesn't really matter, because it does matter, because when you it's okay. It's getting the first child when you get a new card from deck. Okay, it shouldn't be an issue. Anyway, it's when you get card from the deck, it will reinitialize it anyway, so it doesn't matter if it's different. It's going to be the correct one when you ask it for with the deck card data. So that's actually it, isn't it? So let's test it and see what's else. Let's see it in action. There is another problem, like we don't have implemented the actions like destroying and stealing, so there might be some cards still left on the table. This one returned. It's looking good. It's looking good. So bots are playing the game currently. Okay, so okay, so I think we can finish it here for today. And next time, which should be tomorrow, hopefully, nothing unexpected will happen. If not on Friday, if not tomorrow, and then I will stream again on Monday, 9 p.m. Central European time. But yeah, we will continue with this game, and mm, yeah, I will actually think what the next step will be. If we are going to get into the interactions, like so you can actually play the game. Maybe I can do that because so we can have a full cycle of the rounds. We are still missing some action like combination of the cards, which is not here. Like you can see that these cards, most of them or many of them, like got combined by the bot, and he's got some score. So we need a scoreboard here. So there is still a lot of stuff to do, but I think this is the next steps could be like maybe being able to play the card. And for that, I mean, we'll need to actually think about it, how to do it. So, yep. So, yep, that's all for today, actually. And I hope I could learn you something, as I'm still learning too. And yeah, as I said, next time, either Friday or Monday. And I'm really happy about the game. I'm really happy about the Godot. I'm really happy about the stream. So thank you all, and see you next time. Thank you, friends. Bye bye.